Hello, I'm back. Get some music going. Maybe. Try this. Old classic. So, this boat AI, it's not particularly clever. I think I might need to do some tweaks, like the way they get stuck in the corner like this is not, it's not super great. I think it's because they're always driving forward right now. Iwuju, hello and welcome to the party. So I could make it so that they are accelerating more if they're facing the direction they want to go in. But one thing I think I'm going to do first, so if I run this, they're not super boaty in the way they behave. The way they sort of slide all over the place. So I think I'm going to add the cancelling of the sideways velocity to them as well. Just to see what that feels like. Which is on the snake. I'll just steal these functions. They should probably go in some kind of utility function, but ain't nobody got time for that. That's I want to create a local variable. I want to create a field that is going to be a public float. Let's default that to like 0.5. That could be segment, doesn't matter. So this will make them a little bit more interested in going the way they are actually facing and not any other direction. So they'll be less slidey. The way you can wrap yourself around them and kind of spin them is pretty funny. Maybe I'll actually make that into a thing. Like that looks really fun. But them getting stuck like this is kind of a problem. So we'll have to think about that. before you probably do this actually. And then keep the angle diff. What's happening in the chat? What engine am I using? This is Unity 3D. So I'm thinking I'll make the boats accelerate less if they're not facing the way they should be facing. So I'm gonna do this facing ratio, which will go between 0 and 1, depending on how much they are facing the way they want to be going. So this number here, angle diff, is gonna, if it behaves the way I think it will give me a value between minus 180 and plus 180. So if I go math abs of the angle diff and I divide that by 180, that should give me a value between 0 and 1. I actually need to flip it around to have it be, so now if it's 0, the boat is facing the absolute wrong direction, and if it's 1, it is facing the exact direction it wants to go. So let's try, this is for the target angle, so let's try multiplying these just to see if that's indeed what we want. Actually, no. Let's multiply the other one, that makes more sense. The pink one is where we want to be going, and the yellow one is where we are actually going. Yeah, that seems to be working fine. I also think I'm going to make it so that the time to turn is random range between 0 and turn frequency, because right now the boats are all turning at the same time. I think you could also make it so that it's more likely that they try to turn and go to something that is central. D. Thanks for following. We can make it so that it's more likely that they will be trying to face towards the center of the screen, but we'll try and actually implement the facing thing first. So let's do a clamp thing on this, the facing ratio. Let's say it's 10% of the throttle if it's facing the wrong way, and then it would be 100% of the throttle is facing the correct way. That actually helps them. You probably make it actually 0. So the clamping doesn't make a ton of sense then, but like I'm most interested in this particular case. One thing that I could do is I can clamp that between 0 and 1. And then I can say that the actual maximum value is 2, and then I can subtract 1. So if they are facing more than 90 degrees off, they will not accelerate whatsoever. They will just stand still until they are kind of facing the way they want to go. That would also make them get stuck even less. I mean, this doesn't help if they're like actively trying to drive into the wall. It's pretty nice. Bonk. Bonk. I'd say that's acceptable. So this is essentially boat movement. That's good enough for now. It is a little bit like Novi Novi Boy, I think someone in the chat is pointing out. I have never actually played Novi Novi Boy, which is a little embarrassing because I think it is a game I would enjoy, but I still don't have a PlayStation 3, so haven't had the opportunity to try it. But that also gives me like license to do whatever I want, because I couldn't possibly be copying a game I haven't played, right? That's some kind of boat thing done. I think we're gonna need to start thinking about like the environment. Like water, islands, and maybe the scale of things. I think I do want things to be a little bit kind of smaller still. Because that's kind of a question too, like what aspect ratio do I want to make the game in? I do probably want to make it slightly wider. I wonder if I can... That's interesting. Do a level bounce thing. So a little script that will basically only run in the editor. That will adjust the bounds, and I can also use that as a reference so I know how big the level is easily in the other objects. That's the idea, anyway. How wide is it now? Kinda. It's like 25 by 12. So we make it 25 by 25. And then we will make a public, no, we'll make an on validate. I wonder, no, let's just make it this way. So public box collider. One for the top. I look like Onision in a way. I don't know who that is. I'm going to take it as a compliment. I'm going to restart Unity really quick. Unity has this thing where I don't know what triggers it, but it starts outputting like junk in the debug output. And the only way to get rid of it is to restart. Level bounce. Here we go. Bounce. So that's the top one. Can I do that? Yes, I can. That's the bottom one. Right one, I have spelled right incorrectly. I think there was that one. So when I validate public float wall thickness, which right now is just 1. So top size X will be width, top size Y will be wall thickness. Oh, can't do that. Can probably do that. And this should work. Yeah, you can probably see that changing. And then we go top offset, is that the name? Yeah. So the X offset should be 0 and the Y offset should be minus height divided by 2. And then we jump to Unity. Oh, apparently not minus. That's good. And then we just do this all over again for the bottom. That's going to be very similar. And then we go to Unity is to validate that this is working. Cool. This is going to be slightly different. So the left is going to be wall thickness and then height. And this is going to be offset to the side by minus width and then 0. I think. Yep. Like that, and then I probably want to offset the position by the wall thickness as well. So I get, like, if I set the, because now half of the wall thickness will be on the inside of, I don't know if that shows up correctly, but you can see that the actual, like, if it's 25 by 25, that area runs from like here, where these two intersect, to down here. So I'm not actually getting 25 by 25, I'm getting 24 by 24 with half, which is because the wall thickness is 1 taken off. It's not a huge deal, but like I'd rather have it be easily, like if it's 25 by 25, I'd rather add some complexity here and then just be able to assume in the rest of the code. So it's going to be width plus wall thickness times 2. That will make it extend out so that these will actually overlap at the end. And same for that and same for that. So there won't be like a little I don't want the corners to be like that, like where the edge, like the absolute corners meet. I want the corners to actually overlap, so there's no risk of something eking out in that little intersection there. And now I want to move everything out by half a wall thickness. So if I make the walls thicker now, they extend outwards only, which is good. And I'll tweak them so that they fit the particular camera configuration I have right now. Something like that. Stupid boat. Turn around. There we go. Kind of fun to watch them drive around. Let's version control. So that's the boats. Hello, Pollux. Welcome to the chat. We got the sailors and we got the cannons that we could do. Thinking either it's probably having things just starting and restarting is probably a good idea. So that's not fun at all, but it's something I need to fix. So we'll add this little game controller class. That will have a reference to the player, which is the boat. And a public. Is that not what I named it? That is what I named it. Come on, Visual Studio, you can do it. Don't know what that's about. And then I suppose we'll do. Oh, right. I don't want boat controller, I want snake controller. Then I want a list. I'm not entirely sure what this piece of software is trying to tell me right now. I understand that you cannot find this particular thing. I don't know what's going on with the IntelliSense stuff. What music am I playing? I am playing the soundtrack to Rymdkapsel. There is a link to it, to the game down below here. Looks like a... Well, you'll figure it out. If you're on the Twitch page, you'll find it. So the player is the snakehead. The boat prefab is that guy. And then we'll have a fixed update. And I think we'll make it so that any boats that are present on startup are just added to the list of boats, and then we'll have I'm gonna just give Visual Studio a quick cycle, because not having the IntelliSense stuff working is really annoying. Hey, here we go. Things have colors. That means good. So let's say that boats is a new list of boat controllers. And boats, or no, let's do it this way. Void reset. That's not who's following me? Naji Tsunade. Hello. Welcome to the thing. We'll name this function restart then. We'll do it this way. If first, no. Boats is a new list of boat controllers. If this is the first startup, we will more people following. Perona Mixe. I'm sorry for butchering everyone's name. That's what we do here on this stream. Even more, Bahilio. Thanks for following. When we go start, we run restart. That is the first restart. Then we'll make a function called clear. Stop it. And this will, if boats is not null. We just destroy all the boats if we have them. It's a honk festival on the street outside.
Yeah.
Even more followers. What is this? Harry Shinoka. Welcome to the fold. My colleague is on the phone right now. Excuse him.
Nej, använder telefonen väldigt lite. Det är oftast när försäljare som du själv ringer som telefonen kommer i bruk. Ja.
So when we restart, we're gonna clear out all the boats, make a new list.
Det stämmer. Ja.
If this is the first
Nej, det är bara jag. Så att det,
run, we will find all the boats.
Detsamma har det gått. Lycka till. Hej.
And we will... what does this give me? An array. 4 present boats in present boats. And we just add these to the list of boats. Which will make testing easier for me. And then we will have a quick look at the input settings. And we'll just bind this to something. Button 0. Enter. That'll be fine. There's a button called cancel. Input button down, and the button is cancel. Then we will restart. Like that. Okay, so what's happening here is that game's running, boat's doing its thing. I press the restart button, but what I'm doing is that I'm not actually destroying the boat. I'm destroying the boat component on the boat. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of the entire game object, not just that particular thing. Here we go, boat's doing its thing. I press reset, boat goes away. So that's good. And we can make a function called spawn boat. And we'll always make sure that there are 4 boats, which means I do want to keep this. And we'll make this while boats length is less than num boats, spawn boats. Capper 101101 is asking, how did I learn to program? It's the boring way. the sit down and just do it for years and years kind of way. Which is really the only way to do it, I think. Start by making these tiny little experiments and just grow from there. Spawn boat. So instantiate boat prefab. Boat transform position, and this is when we need the bounds. I'm gonna wait till Unity wakes up. Come on. Oh, that's why. So for the bounds, we're going to make a little utility thing. So this will give us the bounds that we can spawn within. We could probably make one that is also vector2 random in bounds. That is a get that will return. Maybe that's a thing that exists already. Random. Inside unit circle, no. Actually, make it this way. And we can have arguments to this. like a we'll do this and that, so I can say that I want an area that is like a little bit smaller than the level. So because the boats have a center point and then they have like a size outside of that. So I don't want them to spawn too close to the edge because then the actual boat body will be overlapping the edge. So I need to like expand and contract that area a little bit. So I think this should do the trick. Spawn boats. Level bounds. Get random inbounds. I'm not entirely sure how big the boats are. Radius 0.26. So let's say a contraction of minus 0.5. That's not the place to put that parameter. Oh, so guess who just made an infinite loop? I did. So this is running while the number of boats is less than this little target value right here. But when I create the boat, I'm not actually ever adding it to the list of boats. So that's just going to be going forever. I'm gonna give Unity a quick restart. I might be able to fix it some other way, but really can't be bothered right now. There we go. Is Unity showing up? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't have. That's 4 boats. Look at that. This is me pressing reset. I could set this to like 16 boats, press reset, get the whole armada. One thing that is fairly obvious early on is that I need to also set a random rotation on the boat. That looks about right. Nice. Did someone say 128 boats? Brum, 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 brum. Bunk, bunk, bunk. Zoot is asking what the game is about and if I am doing the Mojang, Blockjam, charity, whatever. Yes, I am doing the Blockjam. I think I call it Mojang in the hashtag, but yeah, it's Blockjam. And the game is about a sea serpent and boats. And I don't really know all that much more. I wonder how the rendering of this is going. Just curious. 7 batches. That's pretty good. 26,000 triangles. That's a lot of triangles though. I think it's probably... There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not too worried though. We'll be fine. So... Captain Frasse is asking where I'm from, and I am from the beautiful country of Sweden. I'm in Malmö right now, which is far south. So that's resetting the game and bounds checking for boat spawning. Cool. What's next? I suppose we should be resetting the player as well. I wonder if I can get something to spawn inside the snake. It seems like it's dealing with that pretty well. Like it gets resolved. Yep. That's good. We don't need to worry about that then. what is my favorite programming language? What do I use the most? Well, now it's C#. It's not like I don't keep favorites as such. It's a tool. Like I use whatever is the best for what I'm trying to do at the moment. Doombot 12, welcome to the channel. But C#'s nice. I like C#. Has all the things I want. That I know that I want. Yeah, let's take a look at the to-do here. Right, we're gonna reset the player. That's what we were gonna do. I keep losing track of what I was doing. So I suppose it would make sense to have the players start kind of scrunched up in the middle. Like ideally something... It will look nice if you would start kind of like this. See if I can actually make it happen. I want to do like the spiral thing. But I have, since you have no control over the tail, it's harder than you'd think. I think if this is robust enough, I can probably just spawn, just set the position of all the snake parts to the center and have it just work itself out. So we're gonna try that. I think we're also gonna need to think about adding and removing segments to the player. We'll make it a little restart call here. If segments is not null, we'll do I'm pretty sure there's like a nice way of doing this. Segments. If you do like segment, I think that's the way it should go. Seems to me that this game is about a tiny string of mustard on a huge sausage. Yeah, pretty much. Player restart. This should, in theory, destroy all the segments and make new ones. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. That's beautiful. So it's safe to say that having the head be rotated when we reset the snake is not super good. I wonder why it's doing that. Because this is segment transform parent, segment transform local position. I suppose let's not get into that. We'll just reset the rotation of the head when we're doing this. Body rotation 0. And also maybe transform rotation. See if that is in fact what's making it break, or if it's some position thing. Oh, that seems to fix it. That's good. And then once that's done, let's just do something to all the segments. For each segment, let's try that. That's pretty nice. I'm getting a mysterious visitor.